I'm excited to lead this panel, right? We're going to take the approach of getting through some of the great customer stories. The format that we're going to take, right, is we're going to give you some great insight about the companies that they work for and the roles that they have. We're also going to spend a little bit of time about the approach that they think about in omni-channel marketing. We're going to talk about the results, right? We always talk about the KPIs and the things that are important, so we want to leave some real results in your hands. And then we're also going to ask them to share with us their thoughts and things that are going on as they think about the next 6 and 12 months ahead of them. But before we get started, why don't I turn the mic over to you guys? I've introduced you by name, but give us a little bit about what you do on your day-to-day and the company that you work for.
Yeah, I guess I can take that. Before I even start that, I noticed, Todd, when you're nervous, when I'm nervous, I talk fast. Now we're going to get in a spin cycle of Todd talking super fast and me talking super fast, but I'll try and slow it down. But I'm Alex Rubin. I run strategic partnerships for Cinch as part of the Mailgun team. Cinch, as you heard a little bit about earlier today, helps customers with omni-channel marketing. We provide the infrastructure to allow folks to communicate over any channel, provide applications that support two-way conversational messaging, and we partner with companies like Blue Shift to provide omni-channel solutions for marketers.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm the Director of CRM Marketing over at SlickDeals. SlickDeals is a deal sharing platform that has been around since 1999. We're powered by a community of 12 million shoppers who love to find and post and share and vote and comment on deals.
Awesome. So let's get into it, right? Christina, in today's world, right, engagement channels and customer expectations are always changing, right? Providing that seamless experience is critical to the way that we connect with our customers. How have you adjusted your strategy over the last couple of years to kind of keep in that flavor?
We developed one. Prior to a couple of years ago, SlickDeals didn't have much of an owned channel marketing program. We had an automated deal alerts email, and that was about it. And then, the senior leadership team identified the huge opportunity there. They went hunting for a good CDP, found Blue Shift, and then they went looking for somebody to run it, and they found me. And we came in, and we started with email, and we started leveraging the tools on Blue Shift to track the footsteps on the website so that we could create personalized journeys, both through automation and through manual programs. And from there, we then expanded into push notification marketing. And then the next frontier now is SMS. So we're just trying to really use data that we have to create a personalized approach to reach the customer wherever they are in the way that they want to be reached.
Awesome. Alex, you guys get to work at Cinch with a lot of big customers. Could you also kind of add a little about what your teams are seeing and how they think about that approach and segmentation?
For sure. Yeah, the marketer's journey is difficult, I will say. Not unlike getting into this building. There's a security that you got to get through. You take an elevator to the wrong floor, and then you take escalator down. It's a little tricky. But with the right tools and the right data, you can make the experience very personalized, very unique to each customer. One of the common complaints you hear from customers that too much of today's communication from brands is one way. It doesn't feel personalized, and it's not over the channels they want to receive it on. And it sounds like Christina and SlickDeals have already got a good step down this path of trying to let the customer choose which is the best channel to get communicated over is part of that challenge, making sure the message is personalized and the customer feels like the brand knows them. I mean, email is great for some folks. The response rates, if you're doing well, are 1.5%. SMS, as we've talked about, is very exciting because 83% of folks open an SMS message within 3 minutes of receiving it. But you can irritate people just as easily as you can make them wowed. So you want to make sure you're communicating with the customer the way they want to be communicated with. And leveraging the different channels and the data that you have about them, it's super important to that.
Yeah, the right message at the right time with that right channel, right? We all think about hitting that, but when we don't, I think, Alex, you said it really well, right? what does that do? Do people turn us off? Do they numb us out? And we don't get any signals back other than that no response. And so it's equal on both sides. In the approach category, right? Christina, when we think about the large community approach, the data that you guys have from all the interactions and different things, and you've built this kind of community, how do you take that and kind of like actually make it into action and put that data and the AI into that strategy, right? We talk about those strategies, but can you share with everyone a little bit about like what happened behind the scenes in the kitchen to kind of make it work?
Yeah, of course. You know, to your point, people want to be reached the way they want to be reached and how often they want to be reached. And so our first step is really trying to identify that. We do have this huge user base, and while they share common traits and threads throughout them, they're also really eclectic in their goals and their styles of shopping. So we use the predictive scores, both open and now more so click, to measure engagement, and then that in turn dictates the frequency that we send our deals newsletter, which is kind of the heart of our email program. And that way, we also set it up with a segment-triggered campaign so that we automatically adapt to the customer's engagement level. So if they're opening up our emails a lot, they'll have a high open or click score, and they'll receive the newsletter daily. But if they start tapering off and their score starts to lower, we automatically adjust by sending them less newsletters throughout the week. And then, of course, the inverse of that, if they start becoming more engaged and we see that they're on a journey to maybe buy something specific, we automatically adapt to that. They graduate to a higher engaged cohort and receive more communications for us.
You guys hear that? When the customer starts to disengage, they send less communications, right? How many times have you been on the other side of that where that email or that campaign didn't do really well, and it's like, hey, just send another one, right? Someone will respond, right? We have that responsibility to kind of listen to our customers, and I applaud the marketers and everyone out there that are actually doing the right thing, right? There is a humanizing element to the way that we need to use technology to bring marketing forward. Alex, we talked a little bit about this morning with the integration with Cinch. Really exciting. I instantly went to like sneaker drops for my kids, right? Like, how can they get the sneakers? When we think about two-way conversations and the criticalness of the omnichannel approach, can you kind of share a little bit more about like exactly what your customers are doing and how they think about the types of campaigns and what they're seeing in the results? Like, let's put some substance behind it.
For sure. Got several examples of folks that are doing two-way conversational messaging today. A real obvious one is Domino's and their pizza bot. They allow folks to order a pizza, interact with Domino's, select the toppings, choose the crust, get the directions to or tell Domino's where they are so they can get the pizza delivered, get directions to the store, everything that they would like to, design about their pizza, order the sides, get the drinks to go with it, all through a chatbot conversation that 90% of the conversations that folks have with brands are repetitive and common questions that are easy to handle. You want to make sure you save your live agents for the most important, critical conversations, and hopefully if you've got a conversational chatbot that can do the rest of the work, can really appeal to your customers. Some other examples are Subway has a similar to Domino's, but for sandwiches. Choose your sandwich ingredients, choose the sides that go with your sandwich, choose the bread, toasted, not toasted, and then you can get a map sent to you of where the nearest location is and when your sandwich will be ready. Come pick up the order. I guess a couple of examples outside of the food industry. H&M, a large clothing retailer, allows you to do shopping via chatbot, choose styles of clothing, color types, all that. There's carousels you can scroll through in these chatbots to see the different images, what might be appropriate for you. 1-800-Flowers has, all these are, you can either interact directly with the chatbots. These are mostly WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger sort of communications. But there's YouTube videos that show you how, if you want to look them up online, for how these experiences work. They're very personalized, makes the customer feel like they're talking to a friend or a family and member, and it's really engaging and it's shown great success.
Mike said it earlier in his session with VJ. Alex just reiterated, a lot of great technology to do some great things, but your most important customers still get a live agent, right? There's real people out there. There's humanizing marketing. It's really important. On the approach conversation, Christina, you guys have an amazing program called Community Contributions that you use to balance new customers and existing customers. And sometimes that's challenging, right? New customers, lifetime value, net new customers. Could you share us a little bit more detail about how that program works and how the team straddles both sides of that to build an amazing experience?
Yeah, so it came about as a response to a challenge that we were facing, in that the real bloodline of SlickDeals is this core group of power users who are as passionate about sharing deals as they are about finding them. And we started to see this trend over 3 years of that really, that group and the size of that group and their activity levels dissipating. And so we took a look at ourselves and we said, what are we doing wrong? Like, how are we losing these people? And we realized, we weren't really doing anything to acknowledge them, to thank them, to encourage them. We weren't even acknowledging when they were sharing deals. There was no real type of communication going on. So we used the data that we have in Blue Shift to first identify them. We looked at all the footsteps and the signals that we could see, whether or not they had posted a deal, how many times, had they stopped, were they voting on deals, sharing comments, asking questions, those types of things. And when we isolated that audience, we were like, okay, well, let's build a program to where we can reward them. And then the hopes there was to re-engage that group. But then we also know that to keep growing, we need to find the new ones and bring those in. So what we did is, once we created that segment, we then took that and created a lookalike audience so that we could find the new users who were coming in and registering and shared those similar traits, to reach out to them and let them know about the program. Because like I said before, we have a really eclectic audience. Not everybody cares to come in and post a deal or to engage with the audience. They're coming in, they're looking for a monitor. They want to have the benefits of reading those comments and seeing the votes, but they want a deal and they want to get out. And then there's the other side of the coin where they really like engaging. So we wanted to find the people who wanted it and reach out to them and not bother the people who didn't. And so we used those insights that we had within Blue Shift and the segmentation tools to find that audience, build a lookalike, and then we developed a program to where we would reward them for that activity. So they would get points when they would post deals or vote on deals, comments, things like that, and then they could redeem those points for swag in the SlickDeals store. And we saw a really strong response to that. Our deal postings went up almost 70% against our holdout group, which in turn boosted our revenue by like 75% from that power group. So we're seeing a really strong response rate so far, and I think the lesson learned is, we have to acknowledge and reward the bloodline of our business.
Awesome. Could you imagine a world where we learn about our customers and then we translate that into lookalike models and we go out and find more of those customers? So many times I sit there and I talk with customers that have that challenge of like, hey, we're doing really great things for direct to consumer, but performance marketing is on a different team. I don't get to share the information that I have with them. And so making that community connection internally within your companies is really important, because the information that you're learning about your customers translates into how do you go get your next best net new customers. Awesome stuff. We jumped a little bit ahead. We talked a little bit about the great results, Christina. Alex, you talked a little bit about the great programs and the campaigns at your customers. It's time to kind of put some substance behind it, right? Like, what kind of results are your customers hearing and seeing similar to what Christina is seeing?
75% is going to be hard to top. That's amazing.
We set the bar high, though, right?
We've found, though, the response to two-way conversational messaging is fantastic. Revenue is 30 to 50% higher from folks that are implementing these type of programs. The reduction in customer support costs is 20 to 50%, depending on the brand. And actually, the kind of unheralded component of these two-way conversational messaging success stories is NPS scores are 3x higher. Customers love interacting in a way. I mean, the gap between what a customer wants and what they expect is massive. We did a survey with Salesforce and Facebook, surveyed a bunch of consumers, and what they want is 24/7, 365 communication in any language in a way that makes them feel personal and that the brand knows them. what they expect is a 20 to 30-minute hold time waiting for someone to get back to them that doesn't really understand their issue or their situation. So that's the marketer's challenge, to fill that gap. And the closer you can get to what they want, the better you are, and the more happy your customers will be. And it shows up in the better revenue, better customer satisfaction, and support of the brand, and lower support costs.
Awesome. I think about the key topic, right, when we want to engage with our customers, the never-ending question out there is, what campaign to send, when to send it, how often? And I go back to that same adage of relevancy dictates frequency and cadence. We want to communicate out, and so it's important to know those customers. As we kind of get through our last couple questions, I want to turn it back to each of you, right? There's a lot of things going on in the industry. You heard Vijay say cookies are going away. I know the cookies are going away, not just because Vijay said it, but we've been talking about it for a long time, right? We all have key must-win battles and initiatives that we're working with our customers and with your team. What does the future, the next 6, 9, 12 months look like, and what are the things that you're most excited about? What's most challenging, and then what do you absolutely have to win at?
I could take that first. So we recently went on a huge research project where we learned a ton about our audience, and one of the things that we learned is they want SMS. That's the channel that they prefer, and it's how they want to be reached. And so it's something that I think we kind of already knew. We've heard all the great stats, 98% open rates. I remember I heard a stat recently that I think on average people pick up their phones almost 400 times a day. Like it's the place to reach people if they want to be reached there. And it is an invasive channel, so you have to be very thoughtful and strategic in what you send and how you send it and when you send it. But we know that that's what they want. So what we're really excited about right now is expanding into that channel and developing a program that finds those users and gives them exactly what they want. And I'm really excited about the conversational API and having that kind of tool, because I think that the use cases and the opportunities there for our community is huge. So I'm really excited about that.
You heard it, right? Sign up for her SMS, right? Follow the playbook, translates into strategy, right? Like we gotta take it away. Alex?
I'm equally excited about, really, I guess Blue Shift likes to refer to marketers as data artists, and I think that's a good term. I haven't heard it before, but I love it. And the artistry that the marketers will use these tools that are at their disposal now to be creative, to communicate with customers in a very personalized way. As a consumer, I'm excited for it. As somebody that's in the industry, I think it's exciting. I think there's so many poor examples of the way brands communicate with customers that get highlighted, but when you get a really personalized communication that's relevant, that speaks to you, it's an amazing moment, and you have increased loyalty for that brand, you spend your money, you are passionate about, you spread the word about how great that brand is, and that's kind of some of those experiences I'm looking forward to see how the data artists harness all the data that's out there. I know cookies go away, but there's really, we like to say at Cinch, customers are willing to tell you how often they want to be communicated with and what they want to get. You just have to ask them. So you have the data, you can get it first party, zero party, and use that to make an effective communication strategy with your customers. That's a winning strategy. I'm looking forward to that. Merging in two-way conversation, AI stuff that was announced with Cinch and Blue Shift today are part of that strategy. I'm excited about that as well.
Really exciting. I think we have a lot of responsibility as marketers, right, to not only manage those expectations, but to deliver the right content and that right experience. I'm going to bring this to a close. I want to thank you guys both for sharing your insights. We'll be around after to answer any questions, but thanks again.
Thanks for having me.